first time in our local baseball field, Paseo Stadium. Really nice. Danielle's a new model, but I have a feeling she's going to do really well. Forward body, yeah, forward body up. Very interesting. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Good. Candid shot. 1, 2, 3. Looking down. This will be the background, and you'll be facing here, so I think that'll help with the wind. You can go through the motion of stretching, and then I'll be taking pictures. Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, full body. 1, 2, 3. Yes, be perfect. So this is so this whole shot, it's all about it's everything. Your posing, your posture, the look in your face. And I'm gonna do landscape like this, so it's not always portrait like this. I'm gonna get the background as well, yeah. And I think I may get it at a lower angle. 1, 2, and 3. Pretend you're warming up at the bat with the bat behind you. They do that, right? Oh, you can look out, yeah, look out. Okay, look at me. Slowly turn your shoulders towards me. Good, a little bit more. So we've been shooting for about 15, 20 minutes.
About.
Yes, Danielle has been modeling really good for her first time. I know you said that there are 2 photos that you like.
Yeah, so far.
So far. And this is really nostalgic for me because I haven't used Canon for about 12 years. And a lot of my friends are calling me a traitor for going back to Canon. I'm more of a Nikon person, but I first started, I guess, professional photography with the Canon DSLR. But I just never went back with it because the image quality back then, about 12 years ago, isn't as good as Canon's image quality now. Finally, Canon, I believe with this sensor, they have caught up to really great image quality, and it matches up to other cameras. The menu system is very easy to navigate. It reminds me of my DSLR 12 years ago. The eye autofocus is really amazing. When Danielle was just doing her poses from the side, looking towards the camera, it catches her eye like really quick. So far, what do you think about our photo shoot with this camera?
I like it. It's pretty clear, very clear. It
Yes.
gets everything. But yeah.
How about the colors? The colors just from...
It's very nice.
Because I know there's a lot of greens, black, blue, and I'm gonna see on the computer how...
I like how it blurs out the...
Yes.
Yeah.
And the lens I'm using, 24-105. I tried to zoom in all the way, telephoto, just to compress the background a bit. But when you're doing your posing here, I'm not too sure what you call it, on the box home plate, I try to get like a wider angle, also just to get the stadium seats. So we still have maybe 30, 45 minutes shooting time. We're gonna do more poses. You're suggesting the gate?
The gate, or maybe we can do the seating now.
And then the stadium seats,
Yeah.
yeah. There is a team coming in later on.
Yeah, around 5 o'clock to start warming up.
And it's really good. We had a chance to use this place before the team does.
With good weather.
Yes, very good weather. Not super hot. It is summertime, so a little bit humid, but it's not raining at all. All right, well, we'll keep on shooting. Good. Okay, I'll go down too. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm just waiting. Good. I'll wait for you when you change your hair. When you fix it. 1, 2, 3. Danielle's holding the Canon R5. How does it feel in your hands?
It feels really light, good for travel. If you're traveling,
Yes,
you are.
which I am. Soon this weekend, Sunday, to California. I'm gonna take this with me. Dials are customizable. Back wheel, easy to navigate with the photos. Mode dial, top dial here. And as you can see, the LCD screen has all the information. Danielle, can you please press it one time? One more time, quick press. So this is what actually shows, but if you want to get back to that screen, you just quick press it one time. And then if you want to change it from black background to white, which is the light, you just hold it down. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna go to the stadium seats and do some shots up there. Everything's on point. 1, 2, and 3. So Danielle right now is checking out the photos from, man, the sun's getting really bright and the clouds are moving. The pictures that we got on the stadium seating, really nice photos. The pose, she came up herself, really good pictures. Just the lines of all the chairs going down. The 45 megapixel sensor in this Canon R5 is really good. So let's say I don't want all the seats here, I can just easily crop in to Danielle. The EVF is really nice, really clear. I believe it's 0.76 magnification, 5.76 million dots in the screen. The rear LCD, as you can see, Danielle's looking through the EVF because it's really that clear. Compared to the rear LCD, there's a lot of glare. It is a larger screen, I believe 3.2 inches at 2.1 million dots. So we're gonna continue to shoot here. As you can see, a lot of sunlight is like getting super bright. And then we actually have a second outfit. And we're gonna go down to the beach. Paseo Stadium is located at Paseo and it's actually surrounded by water. Okay, we'll keep on shooting. 1, 2, and 3. The seat's blocked. Okay, good. Kind of like stretch out like that, but then maybe kind of bend forward at the same time. I know it's gonna be kind of hard. I can count to 3, then I'll take the shot when you bend forward, so you can relax. Okay, I have you on focus. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll reset back. On 3 again, come forward. 1, 2, and 3, come forward. Okay, looking down, taking the photos. Okay, fix your hair again. Candid shot. Good, got it. Okay, looking look here. Very good facial expression. You can try to fix hair. Good, the sun is like interesting. Then I'm getting closer. Just your whole body in the back. Good, candid fixing hair. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Okay, so this is the AF of the Canon R5. Danielle, can you move around a bit? The blackout is pretty quick. It has 1053 focus points all the way to the edge of the screen. Danielle, can you try to step up to the bleachers there and kind of come back down really quick? And right when she comes back down, yeah, it gets her eye in focus. Really good. set, on 3. 1, 2, and 3. Arch, look at the camera. Very good. Okay, and Danielle's in her second outfit right now. And I'm really liking the colors. I know I have the JPEGs on fine tune. So when I get home on the computer, I'm gonna show you the differences with the RAW files and the JPEGs. But the JPEGs coming out from the Canon is pretty good. I used this for about a week straight, shot about 1,000 photos, and I ended up just using the JPEGs from the events I was shooting. But from this portrait shoot, I'm gonna see if I could just use the JPEGs from this shoot, or if I should use the RAW files, then convert it to the colors I want. Still have a lot of daylight, so we'll keep on shooting. So far, what do you think about the photos coming out from the camera for this second outfit? I know it's way different from the stadium. The sun is being blocked, but now we have bright sunlight.
I like how it still focuses on my face with the sun shining right at. You can still see my face very clear. Well, I don't know if you can see, but
yeah. That's a good point. Even bright sunlight contrast, the camera's still able to pick up your
and not
eyes.
so much shadow too.
Yeah. And I did notice, if you can press play, I did notice that there's a warning indicator here. I don't know, Dante, if you can get that. It actually is showing that the camera is overheating right now because it's hot. But I did experience that before, but I was still able to take photos. Okay, sorry. Okay. All right, so the cool thing about the R5 is the flip screen. I have it flipped here. It's angled all the way down because I want to get a really cool shot of the sand and of Danielle looking at the sunset. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. And even though I'm all the way low and I'm shaking a bit, I'm letting it hang from my strap. 1, 2, and 3. The IBIS, as advertised, is 8 stops using certain lenses. And I'm using the 24-105 f4. Has 8 stops of IBIS. And I can tell the shots are really clear. Danielle, can you look out to your right side a little bit? Very good. The messing here looks good. 1, 2, 3. Let me get closer shots. So this would be upper thighs and upper body. And then on 3, really arch your back. 1, 2, and 3. All right, sun is setting. It's already past 6:30. And Danielle, you did a really awesome job today.
Thank you.
Got a lot of awesome pics. And I'm sure the viewers that have been watching this video seen the pics while they're watching the video. I think towards the end, just the silhouette, this camera being able to capture and focus on you in hard contrast situations, I think it's worth it for portrait photography. Overall, did you enjoy the photo shoot?
Yes,
Do you like
I did. For my
okay.
first time,
Yes.
it was a good experience. He's the best.
No.
I was so comfortable with him.
I'm just guessing as I go
No,
along.
he's the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I hope you work with me again in the future.
Of course, yes.
Thank you everyone for watching Guam Photography, and if you haven't, please subscribe.
Thank you.
Alright, we are home now. Let's take a look at some JPEGs and RAW files. What really impressed me about the Canon R5 is this JPEG processing. If you can see the sky here, when I zoom in 100%, there is detail back in the sky. But if you look at the Canon CR3 RAW file, and if you notice there is a slight change there, there isn't that much detail in the sky. Going back to the JPEG and the RAW file, you'll notice that it seems like it's a little bit distorted, even though the RAW file does have the lens profile checked mark and on. It seems that the JPEG processing within the R5 is doing a better job, and Danielle's face looks more accurate as I see her in real life compared to the RAW file that's being corrected. Even if you lower down the highlights of the RAW file here, and let's just change the color profile. I purchased a color fidelity for $25, and I'm going to match it to fine detail, and it's close but not as accurate as the fine detail JPEG in the Canon, but it's pretty close. I can even lower down the highlights of the JPEG. So pretty much if I put them side by side, let's go to the library and we will do that. JPEG on the left hand side, RAW file on the right side. The JPEG actually still looks better. And looking at the trees in the background, the RAW files processing, the RAWs are kind of big at like 60 megabytes. And even with the JPEG, seems to be sharper than a RAW file. But yeah, lowering down the highlights, the highlight recovery of the JPEG is actually pretty good. Moving to the next example I want to show you. Let's go back to develop, just to show you that this JPEG hasn't been touched. Straight out of camera, fine detail. I did have the lens optimization turned on, and I believe that's about it. Even the distortion is turned on, and I think the I forget what Canon calls it, where it kind of controls the highlights and shadows, actually turned on. Zooming in 100%. Again, this file is unedited, very sharp. The sharpening that's going on with the JPEG processing it looks pretty natural. It's not like overdone. This is when we were doing the eye autofocus test. I was taking pictures. The profile here is just color from the JPEG. Looks really nice. Even controls the highlights really well, the JPEG processing. But just converting it to monochrome actually looks pretty good. I was surprised. Next example I want to show you. Again, these are just all JPEGs from the point I showed you the first set of pictures. I'll just show you the difference between the RAW and JPEG. This, I actually made the exposure compensation lower, and again, straight out of camera, no editing. Lowering down the, and let me see if this is the RAW file. Yes, this is the RAW file. Okay, so RAW file and JPEG, you can see on Danielle's back there's a little bit of detail here. The RAW file is actually pretty dark, but I think the main difference, let's see if we can lower down the highlights. You see how the sun looks really round. Lowering down the JPEG, and then when we lower down the RAW file all the way, you can actually get more detail back from the sun and the sky. Let me do Adobe Color to color fidelity fine tune. Sorry, fine detail. Keep on calling it fine tune. Fine detail, going back and forth. I still kind of prefer the JPEG, especially that correction that's going on within the camera is really good. And if you really want to, depending on the lighting in the frame that you're getting, it really depends on the scene to shoot JPEG or RAW. But actually either way, even if the sun is kind of big and bright like this, it's fine. I'll still take it.
Increasing shadows of the JPEG, I expect it to get pretty noisy, but actually it's not bad. Shadows of the raw file, actually not bad at all. It's actually better, of course. I was going back to reset. But yeah, just really impressed by the JPEGs coming on the Canon R5. So this is just kind of like a quick review of the Canon R5 for portraits. I'm leaving in California tomorrow, May 29, 2022. I'll be there all the way until July 12. And I hope to try to review the RF 50mm 1.8 for you guys and use it for a portrait shoot over there. Thank you for watching Guam Photography, and if you haven't, please subscribe.